So we're gonna start in 5, in 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello beautiful people everywhere, I'm Kyla and welcome to College Sisters TV. I am so excited because I haven't made a video for you guys. It's been like 2 months and I missed everybody so much and I'm just glad to be back. So recently I pierced my nose, not myself, I went and got it pierced by a professional, and I thought I would come and share with you guys my experience on this infamous nose piercing that I have. So if you want to hear more about my nose piercing, then keep watching. Getting my nose pierced wasn't really a spur of the moment decision. I have been wanting to pierce my nose for like 2 months, and I talked to my dad about it, and then I went to the mall with my friends and I told my friends I wanted to get my nose pierced, and we had just passed by a nose piercing place, so I ended up going in there and getting my nose pierced. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, it was done. So the first question that people ask about nose piercings is, was it painful? Now I'm just going to take a moment of silence for that question altogether. Okay, so let's think about this, guys. They're taking a needle like this big and they're stabbing it through your nose, which is made up of cartilage, so that you can have a nose piercing. Does that sound painful to you? I hope that your answer is yes, because it was painful. It wasn't really painful, but in that moment, that like 10-second, that like 5 to 10 second gap, it is extremely painful. I have a really low tolerance for pain, so some people say it was a pinch. Like my friend got her nose pierced and she said that it was like that, and she opened her eyes and it was done. But for me, I was just counting down the seconds from when the needle first touched my nose to it going inside. Like I remember the sound and everything. My boyfriend and my father and everybody tells me I'm over dramatic, so that's probably why I remember all of that stuff. What they did is they sat me down in the chair and he took out all of his needles and everything, obviously from clean packs. That's tip number 1. Make sure that whoever you're going to, they're using everything brand new and clean, because you don't want to be getting a piercing from somebody else's needle. That's really disgusting. You don't know about that person, or you don't even know their lives. Yeah, he drew a dot on my nose and then he asked me if I liked the place where the nose piercing was, and when I said yes, he got all his stuff ready, his gloves and all of his armor and everything, and then he's told me as he proceeded to walk towards me, he said, if you don't want to see what the needle looks like, close your eyes now. So I had my eyes shut hella tight. I was squeezing my best friend's hand because I was just terrified, and I got through it. Overall, it was probably like a 5-second process, and that 5 seconds was like one of the worst pains of my life. But I told you I was over dramatic, so don't listen to the pain part from me. But the good thing is that after you get it pierced, the pain goes away. Well, for me, the pain, I guess everybody has a different experience, but for me, the pain went away. Like I haven't felt a consistent pain in my nose. The only time that I feel pain in my nose is when I forget that I have a piercing, and you'll be surprised the amount of times that you'll actually forget that you pierced your nose, which happens quite frequently for me. Like I'll be washing my face and then just go over my nose hella hard and be like, oh crap, I pierced my nose, why did I do that? But I've done that so many times, but now I understand I have a nose piercing. So there's different types of like nose jewelry, I guess is what they call it when they pierce your nose. I have the one, I'll come up close and let me focus the camera. I have the one where it's like the nose piercing is there and then it's like a hook underneath. I'm sorry guys if this is like TMI, because I really did put my nostril up in the camera, but I want to show you guys, like I have the one where it's like a hook underneath, and then there's one, let me try to put this back into focus, and then there's one where it doesn't have a hook, it's just like straight down, and there's one where there's like a bub there. So there's different kinds. You should do your research on like what kind you might prefer, if they even give you an option. Another question that a lot of people ask is, what is the amount of time that you could change your nose piercing? So I got this done 3 weeks ago, so technically I have to wait like about like 4 more months until I get a new piercing. I know the guy told me that they recommend 2 to 4 months, but they really recommend 5 months, just so that you give your nose enough time to completely heal before you go before you go swatching and flipping and trying to, you know, get a new piercing. I've been using this Bactine. It's a spray, but I use like the little cotton swabs, and actually I'll demonstrate for you guys how I clean it. So I clean my nose 2 times a day, 1 in the morning and then 1 at night. So what I'll do is I'll take my Bactine and then I'll take my cotton swab. I'll dip my cotton swab in the Bactine and I will go like this over the piercing and, you know, clean it off. And then I dip the other side of the cotton swab into the Bactine and I go like this over my nose. It looks kind of funny on camera. I go like this over my nose and I get all the piercing. And there's actually like a bump in my nose right now, but it's not because it's infected. That's normal to happen, so, you know, don't freak out, guys. So yeah, that was my experience with the nose piercing. I say that if you want to get your nose pierced, I mean, like, if you're under 18, talk with your parents. If you're over 18, you can still talk with your parents, because I did talk with my dad even still. If you want a nose piercing, that you should go for it, and it's fun. You only have 1 life to live, so you might as well do what you gotta do. And also, if you're scared of pain, I'm the biggest baby in the world, and I still was able to sit through that 5-second horrible process. That 5-second excruciating pain. 5 seconds of, you know, being stabbed in the nose. I'm sorry, I'm just making this worse. I hope that you guys know I'm partly just kidding, but if you just want to sit through that you can get through it, and it's not the end of the world, and you will survive. So thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
But shout out to Bae, because I told him I was going to make a video about how awesome he is. He gets embarrassed easily. So, like, he's going to do something to embarrass me if I did this to him. So I figured I'd just put this at the end of a video because, you know, I miss you. So, bye.